Hello everybody and welcome back to Victoria 2, where I am still obsessing about factories. And it is wonderful. And glorious. And why are we making so little money? Okay, now we're making more money. Fantastic. So we're currently at 40% in terms of our across-the-board tax, which is fine. Wait, we have a loan? We have a loan. I'll just repay that. There we go. Now we don't have a loan. And we're not paying any interest, so that's good. So we are currently working on our level 2 military techs. And then as far as Navy goes, I kind of feel like we should leave this alone. And just start heading towards our level 3 techs. Like, what possible inventions do we get here? I kind of don't care about these. We don't produce fish. We have 2 border provinces, or rather 2 coastal provinces. We don't have any boats. So I feel like we just don't research Navy for now. And just try to get caught up in other things. It's almost 1900, and I'm not actually sure what the end date is in this game. But we're going to the end date, it seems. I'm not really attempting to conquer the world or anything, but this is going kind of great, considering this is the first time I've ever played this game. I don't hate it. In fact, I like this game a lot. Conservative and Socialist won a little bit of the upper house there. We still can't enact any social reforms, or political reforms, unfortunately. So it is what it is. The question is, do we cut taxes again? Like, down to 35%? I think we do. As our tax efficiency keeps going up, we're able to cut our taxes further and further. Which is nice. Now what is this 1 out of 2 here? Oh! We can have more more national focuses now. That is actually huge. So I'm going to go ahead and start encouraging craftsmen over here in Kordofan as well. So now we can encourage craftsmen in both locations. That's good. We can also start building our factories over here that we're going to need. And the first one that we're going to need is a fertilizer factory. So we're going to, as soon as I have the money for it, we're going to make a fertilizer factory over here. And then that'll feed an explosives factory, which will feed an artillery factory. And then from there, we can work on any civilian goods that we want to make. The so-called Cat and Mouse Act was an infamous British law passed in 1912, it's 1900, in order to combat the suffragette tactic of using hunger strikes as a means to build sympathy for the suffragette cause. The law stated that a person could be released from jail to recover from any serious illness, only to be jailed again on recovery, thereby washing the government's hands of any harm caused to the woman in question by the hunger strike. A similar ordinance has found its way into the legislature of one of our states, where suffragette hunger strikes are handled in this exact same way. We have universal suffrage. Why are they still hunger striking? I mean, it's just Ethiopia and North Cameroon. Literally only this province. They can gain 4 militancy. End the legislation. That's perfectly fine. I don't care. Okay, let's go ahead and build that fertilizer factory. Oh, we don't quite have enough money. I need 1,000 more. Exciting. Yeah, still not going to quite have enough. We should probably have this lumber mill be on low priority. And actually, I'm going to put the military stuff on middle priority, with the civilian stuff on low priority. So they're going to have 6 employees. they'll get by, I'm sure. But we need to be filtering a lot more of our craftsmen into the military factories for now, until those fill up. Once they fill up, I'm fine with them going into the civilian factories, but we're going to be expanding the military factories later on. Realistically, maybe this one should remain at low priority, as should this. Like, anything at or over 3 of the little figures there, the employee indicator, maybe remains at low priority. So that way they come over into these 3 for now. Yeah, that'll be okay. And of course, we do now have the money for that fertilizer factory. So I'm going to go ahead and build that. And we are taking loans, I believe, to pay this. Yes, indeed we are. Okay, that's not too bad in terms of total debt. I'm going to go ahead and repay that instantly. There we go. Excellent. Oh, we aren't researching a tech. I should do that. Army professionalism. Go. Luckily, it stores the it stores the progress, stores the research points, and then uses 100 per day until they are all used up. So there we go. Army professionalism is going. We are skipping naval techs. I'm not interested in the Navy right now. These inventions, like this invention here would be amazing if it popped up. I'd be very happy about that. But I think the next thing to do, supply limit, I'm not too interested in that. I think the next thing to do is the Iron Railroad, followed by cheap iron. Interchangeable parts would be huge. Actually, all 4 of these would be really, really good for us. Inorganic chemistry, even, is kind of a lower priority. So I'm not too concerned about that. France is currently fearing the Italians. Okay. France, your military power is 348, and Italy's is 146. You'll be fine. Oh boy, France. Shouldn't have to tell you these things. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to be building here, since we have the fertilizer factory coming in, it demands sulfur? Okay. That's exciting. I do wish that there was a map mode to show the production. That's my biggest beef with this game right now, is that there isn't... I mean, there's RGO output, I suppose, but when you zoom out, you can't really see. It's not color-coded, but I guess we can kind of see. That's a whole lot of nothing. Not seeing any sulfur, not seeing any iron in our immediate vicinity. Which is unfortunate, to be sure. Okay. So, we currently have 100 suppression points, but I have really nothing I want to spend it on. Maybe the Sokot Liberation Movement, but even then, I kinda don't care. Like, our people are quite happy. There's some Ethiopian communists, I suppose. But whatever. I mean, we're not going communist, I can tell you that. I control the means of production. not anybody else. So, as soon as we can, we're going to be making an explosives factory here. Which, how much is that going to cost? About 12,000. Plus an additional stockpile lac cost. No, that includes the stockpile lac cost, right? I think. Anyway, we need like 3,000 more pounds, so that's fine. And we are going to get army professionalism done very, very soon. So that's also great. Because that means we can start working on those really powerful industrial techs that I was just looking at. So once that is done, there we go. We'll go ahead and start working on Iron Railroad next. That'll be done in over a year. I suppose it's a level 3 tech, so that takes a while longer. Fair enough. Activation year of 1850 down here. 1919. You know what? This is gonna kind of break the audio a bit, but I am going to tab out here. And I believe the game is not still running, according to OBS. It looks like it just completely pauses when you tab out. But I just wanted to look up Victoria 2 and date. 1936. Okay. So right where Hoi 4 picks up. Gotcha. Sounds good. So we've got 35 years now before the end of the game. And yeah, I'm definitely going to take this to the end, but this game is definitely shorter than some of the others. Probably just due to the time period. If they were to make a Vicky 3, I might want them to kind of lengthen the game by having maybe multiple ticks per day. Maybe not as far as Hoi takes it, where you've got like a tick every hour. But maybe something more along the lines of 2 to 4 ticks a day. That might be nice. Anyway, we've got our railroads coming in over here, which is fantastic. And we can build that explosives factory, which I'm definitely going to do. And we are now going into debt. Hey, there's that tax efficiency. Fantastic. Now the question is, how much debt do we take? About 3,000. Okay. Fair enough. I'm just going to repay that instantly. Perfect. I'm not sure why it takes the debt when I can just repay it instantly, but whatever. So Iron Railroad will be done on 16 October 1902 currently. So that's a good sign. We've got our explosives factory over here going. And of course, our fertilizer factory is finished. And there are 376 employees there. And I'm going to go ahead and put this on low priority. Anything down here need to change in its priority? It looks like the answer is no. Although we need to increase the priority for these. There we go. Fantastic. And then once these all fill up, then we'll start putting our focus on a different state. Rubber found in Khartoum. A small expedition that was sent to investigate Khartoum and its surroundings has made quite interesting discoveries. According to the explorer, rubber trees are growing in abundance in the area. Their discovery could prove quite useful in the near future. Change trade goods in Khartoum to rubber. So Khartoum, which if I can't remember where exactly Khartoum is. It's right here. This is Khartoum. It's currently producing tropical wood. Now it's producing rubber, which is even better. Fantastic. That's actually a really good thing for us. I'm a fan. Okay, so we're going to need to build an artillery foundry here, and then a 5-chain civilian foundry. So that's going to need to be a thing. However, I do need to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Subscribe for more, and next episode, we're going to continue developing our economic base. See you all then.